All right, welcome to Vibing in the D with Lily. We are on Groove Radio Detroit, Facebook, YouTube, and let's get started. I got a great show for you guys tonight. With Lily.
Talking to the diamonds of Detroit today. Vibing in the D with Lily.
With Lily.
Talking to the diamonds of Detroit today. Vibing in the D with Lily. Talking to the diamonds of Detroit today. Vibing in the D
with Lily. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Miss Allen. Thanks for joining the live tonight. Happy Friday to you. So I have with me on here tonight, I have Kristianna and the DayNites. First time I even heard about them was through the congregation. They sent out emails, to let people know who's going to be performing. I wasn't able to actually go to the performance, but it made me curious, like, who are these folks? Well, it was actually Kristianna that was going to be performing. And I'm like, well, let me look them up. Let me look her up. So I looked her up, and then I find out she's in a band, and she has her own music, and her voice is like thebomb.com. So I had to reach out to her. So I'm going to bring them on, and then you can see them as well. What's up, people?
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Hello there.
Welcome to the show. Welcome. Thank you for accepting my invite.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. So, as I was telling the viewers, I saw that Kristianna was going to have a performance at the congregation. I had just started going to the congregation as well. Like a friend of mine performed there, I don't know, maybe a few weeks prior. And I'm like, this is a nice place. So then, I signed up, got the emails or whatever. And I get the email that she's going to be performing. And I'm like, who is this? So I go find her on Instagram, and her voice is all smooth and buttery. And I'm like, let me go and check this out some more. So, I reached out to her, and then she let me know, well, she's in a band. And so then I started looking you guys up, and I'm like, man, it's a good band. They know what they're doing right now. So that's how this all came about. And I just wanted to first say that you guys are really great. I can't wait till the world opens back up so that I can have an opportunity to actually see you guys live. Because like you were saying before we went live here, virtual performances, they're cool, but it's nothing like that in-person thing. Nothing like that. So to start out, Kristianna, tell me a little bit about you and how you got started in the music industry.
Can you guys hear me? Am I good?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so I'm Kristianna, and I have been singing for quite a while now. And my friend Tim, who's in the band with us, he and I were making music way back in the day. And so Tim, he was doing all this stuff, playing with all these different bands, and he's actually the one who introduced me to these guys. And we were playing in another band together called Abe Maybe, and that was another guy. His name was Ian. He was singing, and Rick, Eric, and Tim were in that band with us. And then when we stopped playing, we had another band that was with Sean that we would get together just for fun. And when we stopped playing with Abe Maybe, we decided to take our band and, kind of keep going. And then, so gratefully this year, we got Ryan to join us, and Ryan's playing keys for us.
Okay.
So we've been together for what now, like since 2016? 2017?
16. I don't know. Time all blurs together.
Yeah.
how would you describe your genre of music that you pretty much like to do, Christiana?
Um, I like to be kind of eclectic. And we do a lot of like different types of covers, things that you would probably never imagine, like old school rock to blues and funk and soul and R&B. So we just have this like really good way of putting that all together into one.
Mm-hmm.
So we call it rock and soul.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's kind of like a neo soul blues fusion type.
Okay. So when you guys got together, how did you when you all first heard Christiana sing, how did you know that was going to be a fit?
Oh, well, like Christy said, we Tim and myself and Eric all played together in a band called Abe Maybe, and Tim and Christiana went to school together, and Tim invited Christy as someone to join in on vocals to back up the lead singer and songwriter of that band.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and their heart, like, she just brought this layer of harmonies that she just fit right in. She took, she just adapted to the style of music we were playing. That band was way, way different than what we're doing now.
Okay.
That band was, and you can look it up. It's, Abe Maybe on Bandcamp. You can hear some of the tracks there to hear her backup vocals. And Ian had a really sort of high kind of voice, almost like a very tenor kind of voice. And she was able to slip right in there and just nail those vocals. And those songs, to me, when her vocals came along, really blossomed in a way that they hadn't yet when she got involved with the project.
Mm-hmm.
And we all recognized her talent right away. And she was super cool to hang out with. Like, she was just easy to get along with, because in any band situation, you got to have easy to get along with and easy to work with. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And we just kind of, what ended up happening is, our friend Ian, who fronted that band, he had to drive back to Hamtramck, and we were all kind of living in Ipsy at the time. And he'd head back kind of early, and we would just hang out after that band rehearsal, and we started jamming. And then eventually we called up Sean, because Eric and I had played in a band with Sean many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started jamming on, was it Friday nights at some point? We jam after rehearsal, but then we started jamming, because originally we were going to call ourselves like the Friday Nights or something. But to answer your question, we just recognized her talent right away. And then when we saw her sing in the, in the styles and genres that she really wanted to sing in, then all that came out, what you hear on the record, on the EP now. And I think we were all just like, man, this is amazing. And we were just so honored to have her, like, be a part of what we wanted to do too. And, we just kind of went from there. And then we had a keyboard player for a while who moved back to Brazil, and Ryan has stepped in, and it's been amazing. Tim's laughing at me. I don't know why. He's always laughing at me.
No, Tim's the camera guy, and he's like having the most trouble with the camera. Look, when I put my hands on it and drop it.
He's giving us the whole view of the room.
Oh man.
We never get through a rehearsal without, like, at least 30 minutes of joking around and
That's a good
being
thing,
idiots.
though. That's a good thing. It seems like you guys have you meshed together really well. What are some of, because I've always wondered, with bands, what are some of the things that you guys have to deal with, though, that are let's say what are some of the great things, and what are some of the not so great things?
Which one you want first?
let's go with the not so great first.
ADD. We all have ADD.
Yeah, that's about it.
Right.
Okay.
Mixed in with a little anxiety.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That should be interesting. That's interesting to deal
Yeah.
with.
I don't.
Go ahead.
It's not always bad, but I think sometimes like it catches up to us. Like it's definitely different working on a project by yourself and then working on a project with 6 other people or 5 other people. So
Yeah.
it catches up to us sometimes, but it's nice to have like all different types of thinking and different mindsets because we all learn from each other. So that's really nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I think
So
sometimes we have like so many ideas that it's tough to like really zero in on one, you know?
mhm.
And then there are other times where we just have like complete writer's block and we're all like staring at each other. We don't know what to do. So it's a little bit of everything.
How did you come up with your most recent release? Like, tell me about
Wow.
Cherry Blossom.
What is that song? 3 years old? That's like the first song we ever did.
Yeah, and I
Really?
think that's Tim. That's
Yeah,
kind of
me
like
and
that's
Tim.
Tim brought it to the table. Tim and Kristianna brought that to the table. I think, if I'm right, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it started with a bass line and vocals almost. Is that right? Is that how you guys remember it?
Something like that. Just
Yeah.
kind of off of a little bass, and it came
The
together.
bass and brushes on the drums.
Yeah. Yep.
We have a killer rhythm section, and when we, once those guys get going, it feels sometimes really easy to add the seasoning on top of what's already great, and then Christy starts singing, and it's awesome, and we get, that's one of my favorite parts of being in the band is being able to add atmosphere. For the most part, I don't even really play guitar in that song. I play like guitar synth. And Ryan didn't play on the recording of that track, but now playing it live, like, he adds another really cool dimension with his own flavor. So that's one of my favorite songs to play because I get to play synth, and I'm not actually playing really much guitar at all. A little bit, but not most of it is synthy.
Okay. Let's check out your the Cherry Blossom Tiny Desk concert.
Oh, sweet.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's with Bino, our original keyboard player who moved back to Brazil.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna show that in right now.
Oh, snap. Nice.
Let me take this off of here so folks can see.
The computer.
I was wildin', doing things I shouldn't be, and I was trying to be the best that I could be. I started flying so that no one could see me. The only way I know how to set myself free, but I know I need to calm down and collect myself somehow. Unconnected from the physical beings of my perspective. The only thing I could create was hella questions. Answers too far out to see, so Somehow I gotta calm down, but I don't know how. I gotta calm down, but I don't know
All right. That's what's up. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are very talented. I'm serious. I cannot wait. I will be in the audience somewhere. I'll be in the audience cheering y'all on because that you guys perform very well together.
That means a lot to us.
Yeah.
Really does. Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm excited that I got a new band to follow, you know. New to me.
Yay.
Not new, but it's new to me. So
Nice.
Thank you. We can't wait to get back out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. But we are going to do some live streaming stuff coming up here soon in February and such. And hopefully we can get into some good social distance style shows when things open up a little bit. We'll mask up and jam.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
We're working on a special patented mask design for Kristianna so she can sing with the mask on.
Oh, okay. I don't know. She might not need that. That voice is strong.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
So someone would like to know, can you play music by ear?
I can't
That's
read
all
music.
we do.
Yeah. I can't read music, so.
Okay. Well, that even makes you more talented if you all could just play like that. And can anybody read music?
I can do.
I can read music, but I don't play any instrument.
Clarinet. You play clarinet, right?
Yes.
I know guitar chords. Like if I see a chord chart, I know what chords they are, but I can't read like a note for note thing. I couldn't play a melody for you.
Okay.
You know, it's
Yeah, same. I feel like we all kind of know some chords and know like a little bit the basics, but I've learned mostly by ear.
Yeah.
Right? You don't read music.
And I'm a little bit like Christy. Like for the last 25 years I've been playing, guitar seriously, but I came from a vocal background, so that's where I actually learned how to read music, but I applied it to vocals.
Okay.
And when I learned how to play guitar, it's almost like I just threw everything out the window and just started playing guitar like by ear, because I felt like I understood enough about music to be able to do that, and I could hear it. I could hear harmonies. I could hear the things, but I never used my skill in reading music for vocals and applied it to an instrument. So, yeah, like everybody else here, we're definitely by ear. If it doesn't vibe,
hey, speak for yourself.
we don't do it. Well, not everybody else. Yeah.
I actually paid and went to school for that stuff.
That's true. You did. That's why Eric keeps us together in some ways.
Yeah. Eric's really good with theory too. Eric's good with theory compared to the rest of us. Okay. So that helps too.
So everybody has their own little input that makes this big band awesome. That's a great thing. We're gonna take a short commercial break, and then we'll be right back.
Sweet.
Eccentric, bath and body. Deliciously scented body scrubs, whipped body butter, whipped soaps, products for the eccentric man, body oils, and so much more. Please visit eccentricbnb.com today.
Oh man, I want some of that eccentric B&B.
Yeah, it's some good stuff.
I want some of that body butter. Oh wow.
Check her out. She's local.
That's already your nickname.
The
Eric
delicious,
Body Butter Freeble.
Delicious scents.
Somebody would like
Who
to
makes
know
that?
If you her name is Desiree. She's actually local in Detroit.
Nice.
Yeah.
right.
Someone would like to know if you all had to compare yourselves to a particular group, what group would it be?
Oh wow.
Uh,
I don't know.
I'm laughing because this is it's so funny somebody asked that question because we've been talking about that a lot, and that's such a
Really?
hard thing when you're inside the group to like nail down. So we actually posted something on our Facebook recently asking people what they thought we sounded like. And we got some
What'd they
interesting
say?
answers, didn't we, guys?
indeed, there's bad, bad, good.
Bad, not good.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a stretch though, but like there's a couple songs that they feature vocals on that I think that we kind of are in the
We're
same
kind
vein.
of
Yeah,
kind of moving a little bit into that Alabama Shakes thing,
I
or
think
Hiatus Coyote.
that's a pretty Alabama Shakes. I think is a pretty close comparison,
I have to
or
check.
definitely one of our. I think could be viewed as a major influence, at least for me. And yeah, I think that our music definitely is in that vein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of those latest grooves that we got going on almost have like a Los Lobos vibe to them, or a Santana, you know.
Yeah. I think it just for me it's like song by song. Like we might be able to like do a better song by song instead of like as a whole, because it depends on who's coming up with the idea, and then you kind of know their background. You kind of get a better idea of maybe where the bass is coming from,
Right.
Yeah,
the basis
true.
of it. So it just
Christiana,
depends.
Christiana, tell me a little bit about the song Twisted.
Okay,
that?
so that was the song that I made for a project that I put out 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that song uh I kind of wrote off of something I was going through,
Mm-hmm.
and just sad girl stuff in my feelings. But I feel like that's the type of stuff that you gotta go through in order to create, like as an artist. At least for me, like when I go through stuff, it helps me just like push out ideas. But anyways, I was just working on that with a few friends, and put that project out called "Too Late to Be Sorry," and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's one of my favorite songs on there.
Yeah, I love that song. I love Blacked Out as well.
Thank you.
But we're gonna check
Actually,
out. Hmm?
the song "Poor Connection," Tim and I made that. Tim produced that for me.
Oh, really? Okay,
Hmm.
that's what's up. Let's actually check that one out.
Sorry.
I try so hard to leave you alone. And I try so hard to do good on my own. But every time you come around,
And
something to me and I can't get down with that sick shit, that slick shit, that fuckboy shit. You do something to me and I can't get hit. All I ask is you come see me when you're in town, and you say you were, but you did not know your way around. I don't know who you think I am. Do you think that I'm stupid? Do you think you're the man? There's
Oh
clearly something
yeah.
about you that I don't understand, and it's driving me crazy. You can't comprehend. But every time you come around, you do something to me and I can't get down with that sick shit, that slick shit, that fuckboy shit. You do something to me and I can't get hit. Do something to me, you 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 do something to me.
Y'all have to go listen to the rest on her EP.
We gotta do that one. Let's do that.
Right.
I
like
was just
that.
I
thinking
like
the same
that.
thing. I was like,
I like
we should
that
do
groove.
that. We
It's
should
that nice
it
like
would-
New
That's
Orleans
him.
groove.
That's all Tim.
Tim, you did that. You did that.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I like that.
Tim, you're gonna have to teach that to us, man.
You gotta hold up that DMA.
Can,
Yes.
can you write up some sheet music for us, please?
Yes. So we can't read it.
I'm gonna play a little clip that I got off of Instagram of you guys playing outside.
From your line, where are you? Where do you have the time? I like this right now. It's a vibe. This whole, all of you, it's a vibe. I hope you're enjoying yourselves.
See, that's that kind of music that gives you the stank face. Your face be all frowned up, but it's good. It's a good frown. You know what I'm saying? That's really good. That's good.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was totally awesome fest.
okay.
The stage was pallets. We were gonna fall over on that.
Hey, at least you got to be on the stage. I was just hanging in the grass, man. But
Oh,
that was
that's
a
right.
vibe. She said it though. That was the vibe, man. That was
That was.
a fun show. And there was just people spread out all along the river on the lawn there, and it was a beautiful day.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that type of outdoor live music situation. Those are always fun. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, hopefully we can do that this year out at that same place.
Yeah, this summer. Count on
what's
it.
that at
Yep.
exactly?
That's on the Huron River, right behind Grove Studios over in Ypsi.
Okay. Yeah, I used to
Shout
live
out to Grove Studios.
I used to live out in Ypsi. I miss it a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. So, Ryan, tell me a little bit about your music history, your music career history.
My parents bought me a piano, an upright piano, because I was interested in it when I was young. I think probably maybe around like 10, 11 years old. So I would just sit down and like tinker around with things like the Harry Potter theme song, and like just play along with like video games. I was playing Zelda, Mario, just like try to like learn specific like songs. I kind of kept with like just those few songs that I had kind of like learned and memorized. And like that was my whole thing with the piano until I want to say about five years ago, in Ypsilanti, in a house in Ypsilanti. I actually was the first time that I actually jammed with people and started playing with people, and I feel like that was a moment that just my passion for music really exploded and took off, because as soon as I realized like, oh, okay, this is what it is, you know what I mean? Instead of just playing like the entertainer or whatever, just being able to just create by ear, like spontaneously with people, just really started me to, want to continue that. So for the last 5 years, I started to work in different bands, from stuff that was like prog, heavy, doom, jazz, fusion, to the groups that I'm currently in, which is definitely more of my like soul sound, which is I'm in another progressive neo soul group called Violet Soul, and played quite a few shows with the DayNites with them, and was huge fans. I was a huge fan of the DayNites through playing with them, and then joined them sometime in July, and been loving it ever since.
Awesome. Sean, what about you?
I've I started playing sax like around 7 or 8, and I played that all the way through high school. But around 11 or 12, I got into guitar. Music was always in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and I switched over to playing guitar. I went and saw. I got into Prince, and I went and saw Purple Rain,
Ooh.
and that kind of changed everything. That kind of gave me an idea what I could do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started getting everything else, like Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. And just along the way, playing with other people, the more musicians that I ran into, the more I wanted to get involved with music. And then when I was about 20, I ran into Eric. I met Eric around 20, 21. Me and Eric been playing together almost 30 years. So
Wow.
we don't even have to tell each other anything. We just know exactly what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do things. And then I met Rick too. So like music is something like we're all born into. Like your heart beats, you walk with a rhythm, you speak in harmony. So it surrounds you all the time. It's a very universal thing. So to pick up an instrument is just like for people that can sing or play an instrument or something like that, it's like sprinkles on ice cream.
Wow.
It's just like that extra.
Okay. I like that. Eric, what about you?
Oh man, I've when I first started playing an instrument, it was like a really horrible trumpet back in school. I played it because my dad did, and I was like, last chair always. And I was always like intrigued by rhythm though, and I remember I have memories of like sitting downstairs in the basement on a cold tile floor, like stole all the pots and pans and garbage cans from around the house and banging on them downstairs when I was a kid. But I didn't actually get a drum kit until I borrowed a drum kit from a girl that I was going out with actually at the time in right after high school. And then, so I've been playing for about 26 years now, 27 years. And back then it was just like, it was the 90s, and we were playing like, we wanted to play like Smashing Pumpkins and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Red Hot Chili Peppers, that kind of stuff. And
Right.
yeah, so I mean, it's a long story. But I've played with all different kinds of bands and have always like gravitated towards stuff like what we're doing with the DayNites, which is just, really grooving, kind of eclectic, got a little bit of everything in it. Because Sean knows that I get bored if I do the same thing over and over again. So Sean and I have been in like 4 or 5 different groups, over the years, and usually I'm the first to leave. But I'm not leaving. I
think he's a little bit more subtle now. But I think when back then Eric was like, we're in a group together with Dan, and Eric showed up one day. It's like, I'm out, just out of nowhere.
Wow.
But no, we have a really nice balance, and that's, I dig that with what we're doing with the DayNites.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Everybody, and we all get along too. There isn't anybody in this group that I dread seeing at once a week at practice. We have it's like the highlight of my week, like to hang out with these 4 people, how many ever people there are.
Depends on the day. Sometimes it's just the skeleton crew of us, depending on what's going on. But we move forward and write or come up with new concepts or ideas that we can field towards anybody else that can't make it. So we just pretty consistently get together And we're always working on stuff independently and bringing new ideas to the group. So
That's
it's cool.
awesome.
It works out.
And Timothy, tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I started playing piano when I was 5. My grandma bought me one, like a keyboard player piano type thing.
Okay.
And that was kind of like the first, music part of me, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah, most of it was just church. I played drums. I started out just playing snare drum in the church, just playing on 2 and 4. And then eventually I just sat down at a drum kit and just played. Like I never really had lessons. I just kind of
Wow.
for it. But yeah, I played at church, like played drums at church back in Cleveland, where I'm from, the Cleveland area. And yeah, I just I don't know, I kept with it all these years, picked up the bass, like sometime during college, maybe
Mhm.
2011. And yeah, I met these guys. I met Rick and Eric and Sean, and like we started jamming. I was really just playing like for 3 years maybe. So like I was still very, very like fresh to it. But yeah,
He's our
that's what
Larry Graham.
Dude, it's
Okay.
crazy because when we met Tim, we like I don't think any of us had realized like how short of a time he had been playing bass because he was actually quite good. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like it was, we had all been playing for many years, and it was like, and then when I remember actually learning for the first, how long so maybe it came up or something. We're like, you've only been
9
playing
months.
for 3 years? What? Yeah, 9 months. So yeah, man, Tim's a Renaissance man.
Well, I learned something tonight too, though. Ryan, you only been playing with bands for 5 years?
Yeah, that's
Insane,
another
dude.
crazy thing.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That's when
mean,
it's meant to be.
I was gonna say something I didn't think about, but like thinking like the as far back as I can, my parents would tell me that I used to like gather my whole like group of my family around anytime we had like a birthday party or Christmas or something, and I would just like give everybody an instrument and stand on a stool, and I was like the conductor at that point. I was wear like I would have like a pot on my head or something like that, and I was like the family band. So I've been doing music for a minute, but
That's what you do on Tuesday nights, man. You got to bring that pot, put it on your head.
all right, well, some things never change, yeah. But yeah, about 5 years, I think, is when I like first started playing with people.
Okay.
Crazy.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Do you all have a favorite song on the new release? Do you have a collective favorite song that you perform, or what is your?
Coastlines
That's kind of mine too.
and Cherry Blossom, but coastlines I like.
Okay, let's
not
check out.
tomorrow.
What did he say?
Oh,
Not
not tomorrow. Man,
Oh.
they're all sick.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I love them all.
I like Not Tomorrow. I like that. I like that one. I do like that one.
Yeah.
I like them
Sean
all.
wrote that. Started with Sean's groove. Sean wrote that one pretty much.
Coastlines just has, I think Coastlines has those vocals, and I was actually listening to the EP earlier today, and I like actually heard some stuff that I hadn't even really like fully like listened to. But man, Eric, you were going crazy on October 17th too. At the end of that, I was like, because it's like sometimes like different things stand out to you, but like I really was like focusing on the drums this last time I listened to October 17th, and like the whole EP is awesome. But yeah,
Thanks, man.
that was dope.
Well, you all that are watching, you definitely need to check out the DayNites. I'm gonna, just because this is one of the first ones you guys said, I'm gonna play Coastline.
Coastlines, beaches, mind inside. It's clear why I'm in visions of this. I reminisce to you while it's one split and that's it. Well, will you leave my mind? I don't need you on it all of the time. When will your face leave my eyes? I hate seeing you every night. I hate the calls from your life. Where are you and do you have the time? I came up here for a good time. Honestly, you're really killing my vibe. My own's away, but you're right by my side. Pass me the bag so I can pass the time. Good times, good vibes. I'm too lifted to cry.
Okay, y'all gotta go get their music. We're not gonna play the whole thing.
I'm reading that Angela Davis said we're sultry, smooth, and psychedelic.
Yeah.
That's how we
That's it.
describe our music right there.
Okay.
Tell her thank you. Thank you very much.
That's what's up.
Yeah, thank you for sure.
This EP is available now on all digital media outlets. You can get the DayNites, and it is dope. It's a nice, smooth listen. I tell people some albums I can't listen to. I skip stuff. But I just let this play, I just let it play. Even EPs, it's been EPs with maybe 4 or 5 songs on it, and I find myself skipping a couple of. I just let this play. It's really good. And also
Nice.
Kristianna, her even though this came out a few years ago, it's dope. Another one I can just let it play. Clean up the house or be jamming at home with the cat. I don't know.
That's what I do.
Seriously though, that
Love it.
means a lot to us. That's always my like highest like bar for a a project, a record, EP or whatever. If I can listen to it all the way through, so that means a lot to us for sure. It does, because I think we all kind of feel that way. Like when you got that project that you can listen to front to back, it's an honor. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Likewise.
Nubian said she reminds me of Corinne Bailey.
Bailey Ray.
Yeah. And then somebody said Kristianna's voice to me is a mixture of alto and soprano.
Yeah,
That's accurate.
I can't.
Yeah, she got both.
I can't. Yeah, I can't sing as high as I used to. I gotta get that back.
I think you're doing just fine, friend.
Thanks.
Do you?
Yeah, you guys are really awesome. Again, I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
thank you.
show so next Friday, make sure that you all tune in to Vibing in the D with Lily. I have a special treat. I have the Ladies of Soul. They're gonna be on the show. And they have a new song out called Black Queens. I'll also be showing the video. So here's a little snippet.
Not only beauty, but she got brain. Melanin stay poppin', stay show stoppin'. I'm in my own lane. Oh, I can do it on my own. I can do it on my own. Sitting high on this throne. Yeah. Unstoppable, we can't fall. We are black queens, and we know we can do it all.
So So I'm excited about that. The video is going to be released on Monday, February the 1st. So we'll be able to check it out. And Angela Davis, who is in the chat, is part of Soul. So that's awesome.
Nice.
That sounded
Nice.
great.
Hey, Angela. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be
I
there.
was vibing, and I love your production quality. This is a lot of fun. You guys do a great job. So thank you for having us on this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So what is next for Kristianna and the DayNites?
We've been working on
Rehearsal
some
next
new
Tuesday.
songs.
That is true.
Yeah, but we've been working on some new songs, and they're definitely a different vibe, I would say, than this first EP that we just put out.
Mhm.
And especially now because we have Ryan, he just brings a whole different feeling. And so you guys can expect to hear something different, but still good.
Yeah, Ryan has a different energy for us, and it's.
I got you, Powder Pink. We're gonna make sure we find out where they're
Mhm.
playing and we will go see them. I promise. Oh man. Well, thank you. I appreciate you so much for being on. And you're
We
welcome
appreciate
back.
you.
You're welcome
Likewise.
back.
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome back anytime, and I'm following you. I think I signed up for any email notifications or whatever, so I will know, what's going on. I follow you on social media, your YouTube channel, and everything. So I'll keep
Hey,
abreast of what's going on, so I can be in the house with the next show.
You got the backstage pass?
Right, you get
Yeah, you get the backstage pass. Sure.
That sounds great. That sounds
Yeah.
great. So thank you so much, and you all keep doing what you're doing. Music bridges the gap between people, and great music heals the soul. So keep doing what you're doing.
we want to say you got to keep doing what you're doing too. Without people like you, we don't get hurt. We don't get mentioned. You know what I mean? So we need you too. So keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate that. I
yeah.
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 Spot on. I think that goes for all of us, man. He's totally right. What you're doing is awesome, and we appreciate it. And you're doing it with great quality, and it helps us as independent artists get the word out about what we're doing. So we appreciate the support for sure.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then I'm gonna throw this one more commercial break in here, and then we're gonna jet on out. Join me for lunch every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube channel Experience, the Facebook group Lunchtime Chat with Experience, and also Groove Radio Detroit. See you then. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Lots of
And
fun. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm going to go listen to some more DayNites and Kristianna.
We hope this isn't the last time. We want to see you more.
Oh no, you all will see me. You probably be like, call the security. No, yeah.
He's outside.
All right, hold on just for one moment, and I'm gonna play this outro, and I'll be right back. With